On this all-new episode of Primetime Panthers, we're getting you set for the upcoming Four Nations tournament by highlighting the Panthers representing their countries.
Sharp angle shot, score! Unbelievable! Sam Reinhart, you gotta be kidding me! Close to Rainen, has Bennett in front, score! Out of the box and into the net, Sam Bennett!
This week, Katie Engelson sits down with Sam Bennett.
I called both my parents. I could hear them yelling to their friends in the other room. I told them not to tell anyone, but they pretty much told everyone right away.
And walks with Sam Reinhart.
Obviously, to be able to go through it with Benny is something that's very exciting. As a Canadian kid growing up, you're surrounded by hockey. That's the ultimate goal, to play for Team Canada.
All of that and more this week on Primetime Panthers. Primetime Panthers is presented by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys.
Welcome into this all-new episode of Primetime Panthers. I'm Katie Engelson. On this week's episode, we are getting you set for the upcoming Four Nations Face-Off tournament that will be held in February by highlighting different members of the Florida Panthers that will be representing their home countries.
Reinhart, darting in, Reinhart, pulls Wedgwood down and shoots and he scores! What a goal! It's Reinhart, looking and shooting, he scores! Reinhart rifles it home! Barkov one more time, good shot, Reinhart, there it is! Sam Reinhart on the power play! Barkov driving, drops it off, Sam Reinhart, there it is! His fourth short-handed goal of the season! Flat in the slot, fire save, rebound for Haney, stop! Another chance, and they score! Sam Reinhart, league leading, 19th of the year. Draisaitl plays it off the board. Reinhart tipped it away. Reinhart's trying to get there, battling Ekholm. Reinhart picks it up along the boards. Sharp angle shot, score! Unbelievable! Sam Reinhart, you gotta be kidding me!
First up, Team Canada, and I caught up with Sam Reinhart on the Cats' recent road trip in Vancouver to talk about what this tournament will mean to him. The Four Nations rosters were recently announced. You and Sam Bennett will be representing the Panthers as part of Team Canada. What excites you most about that opportunity?
There's a lot. Obviously, to be able to go through it with Benny is something that's very exciting. As a Canadian kid growing up, you're surrounded by hockey. That's the ultimate goal, to play for Team Canada. Then you look around the roster, you look around the level of players and the talent you're going to be surrounded by. It makes it pretty exciting.
Any player in particular that you're most excited to play with?
Absolutely. McDavid for sure.
Here's McDavid splitting defense, scoring! Over the right shoulder of Vasilevsky!
He's the best player in the world. Anytime you can play with him versus against him is going to be pretty exciting. And, I think growing up watching Crosby.
Looking for Crosby! He scores!
He's number one on everyone's list of who they want to play with. So guys like him, guys like McKinnon, Makar, that speed they possess and the skill they have, it's going to be fun.
The Panthers have the most players of any team in the NHL that will be playing in the Four Nations Face-Off tournament. What do you think that says about what has been built in South Florida?
I think it says we're very diverse. We've got a lot of guys from a lot of different countries, that are at the top of their game, the top of the level. So, it's only a positive for our team, our organization. So we're all excited about it, and to be able to compete against each other is something that's pretty exciting as well.
I heard there's already some chirping going on. Is that true? Can you confirm or deny that?
I think regardless whether there's a Four Nations or not, there's some chirping going on this team. So it's certainly not stopping anytime soon.
And how do you think Canada stacks up to the competition?
I like it. Like I said, we've got some very high-end talent. So very excited to just see how we can gel together as a team, and hopefully we can put our best foot forward.
We are in beautiful Vancouver, a place that you call home. You were born and raised here. What makes Vancouver so special in your mind?
I think you can see it right now. You got the ocean, you got the mountains, you got a little bit of sun and blue sky peeking through, so this is what makes it home for me.
What are some of your favorite activities when you're back here in the off season when it comes to all that this has to offer?
There's a lot. I think we see very few rainy days in the summer, so everyone's outside, whether it's beach volleyball, whether it's the e-bike to the gym that I take every morning. It's just nice being outside, going for hikes. There's a million hikes over here on the North Shore that I'm doing each week, so it's pretty fun coming back.
You told me that your parents live over there, your brothers live in that area back there. You grew up in a hockey family. Your dad, Paul, played. What was that like growing up a Reinhart?
It was pretty fun. Like I said, we were all hockey players, but it wasn't something that took over the family. I think just being a Canadian kid growing up, it's something that you go into, and then you see your dad do something, you see your older brothers do something. It certainly makes it easier being the youngest and having them pave the way.
You're off to another incredible start this season.
Sharp angle shot, score! Unbelievable! Sam Reinhart, you gotta be kidding me!
Is there anything different about your game or anything different that you've tried to implement when it comes to all the success that you've had last year and this year as well?
I would say there's less changes this year from last year. You start to see the success in the postseason, and it builds that confidence both personally and as a team. So we've been able to carry it over to the start this year.
Speaking of the team, how would you assess your team start this year?
I think right away it's playing to the end of June, it's almost an advantage. And then there's a time where it starts to catch up to you a little bit. I think we've gotten through that that phase a little bit, and now we're starting to pick up a little bit again.
You mentioned playing to June, how that could be an advantage. You've now done that in back-to-back seasons. What is the biggest advantage in your mind?
Well, I think it just takes less time to get back into it. Like I said, there comes a time where it you might be feeling it a little bit, the fatigue sets in. But I think we learned so much from going through it the year before. We understand when it's time to rest and when it's time to work.
Reinhart walks in, setting it up for the game winner!
We've certainly been taking advantage of all the downtime we've had in this busy season so far.
Sam, thank you so much for the time. We really appreciate it as always, and thank you for showing us around Vancouver.
Of course. Thanks for coming.
Time for our first break on Primetime Panthers. Coming up next, we catch up with Sam Bennett to talk about what the Four Nations tournament will mean to him.
As a Canadian kid growing up, loving hockey and always watching, the Olympics, the World Juniors, it was always, the biggest dream to be able to represent your country and play in one of those tournaments. And yeah, it's the highest honor ever, and just really, really grateful for the opportunity, and can't wait for that tournament.
Don't go anywhere. Primetime Panthers on Scripps Sports. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Primetime Panthers. The Four Nations Face-Off Tournament kicks off in just a few weeks, and I had the opportunity to sit down with Panther center Sam Bennett to talk about what it means for him to represent his home country of Canada. Well, Sam, we are a few months out from the Four Nations Face-Off Tournament. How would you summarize the honor of getting to represent your home country of Canada?
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. As a Canadian kid growing up, loving hockey and always watching, the Olympics, the World Juniors, anything hockey I always watched, and it was always the biggest dream to be able to represent your country and play in one of those tournaments. And it's the highest honor ever, and just really, really grateful for the opportunity, and can't wait for that tournament.
You shared a funny story of how you got the news that you were selected for Team Canada. Can you share that with us?
Yeah, so we were out looking for a Christmas tree, and I got a phone call from a number that I didn't recognize, so I just looked at it and let it go to voicemail, and then got a text from my agent saying, hey, they're calling about Team Canada today, you should probably answer your phone. So I went back and called the number back right away, and it was Jim Neal from the Dallas Stars. He's one of the GMs, and yeah, he told me the good news. So I was just in shock and pure excitement. So it was an awesome day.
You also shared with us that you called your parents right away and your dad was ecstatic. What was that phone call like?
Yeah, it was really special. I called both my parents. I could hear them yelling to their friends in the other room that I was selected, and I told them not to tell anyone. They pretty much told everyone right away. So yeah, it was awesome for them. They obviously have been there, my whole life through the ups and downs of my career, and they're obviously super passionate hockey fans. So to be able to watch me play for Team Canada, I think is going to be really special for them.
The Panthers have 8 players that have been selected to be a part of the Four Nations tournament, the most of any team in the National Hockey League. What does that say about what has been established and built here in South Florida?
Yeah, it just shows that teams like winners, and we got a team full of winners on this team that we've done the work. We know what it takes to be successful, and guys are just committed to their craft and getting better every day and doing the right thing. So yeah, it's pretty special to have that many guys going to this tournament.
Rodriguez to the rebound. He's got an open Reinhart. He'll fire, score! Deflected in by Bennett.
One of those players is Sam Reinhart. What excites you most about playing with a familiar face on Team Canada with him?
Yeah, it's awesome. I've actually got to play a Hockey Canada event, an under-18 Hockey Canada event with Rhino. That was before I even knew him. So now to go play another one while we're great friends is going to be really special, and it's just nice to have that familiar face in the locker room with all the new guys. So it'll be nice to have him there.
What do you remember about him from that event?
I remember that was the first time I saw him play hockey, and was just in awe of how good he was. Because I've heard about him but never got to play with him. So yeah, just his skill that I was blown away by, for sure.
Markov to Reinhart, darting in. Reinhart pulls Westwood down and shoots and scores! Sam Reinhart! What a goal!
Time for a short break here on Primetime Panthers. Coming up next, more of our conversation with number 9 and who he's looking forward to playing with on the stacked Canadian lineup.
There's a couple for sure. Right away, Sidney Crosby, he's like my biggest idol ever, and whenever I think about Hockey Canada, I think about him scoring the golden goal against the US, so to play with him and have him be the captain is something that I never thought I would get to do.
Primetime Panthers is presented by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. Keep it locked. Primetime Panthers on Scripps Sports. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Primetime Panthers.
Same old hard-nosed Florida Panthers. Oh, a big hit. Bennett on Shillington. Rodriguez fires, blocked away, and then he scores! Sam Bennett opens the scoring on the new season.
This is the typical Florida Panther style.
Panthers have numbers. Bennett leads the rush. Greer on the wing, moving in and shooting, blocked away, and then Bennett scores! Panthers are pouring it on.
Sam Bennett, don't touch him. You'll catch on fire.
Nate Schmidt pounded back there, but feeds it ahead to Kachuk. Verhaeghe moving in. Verhaeghe for Bennett, score! Sam Bennett back for Schmidt. Bennett again. Fires and scores! Sam Bennett! Oh, what a run he's on! Sets up Mikkola. Slap shot, score! Deflected in! Bennett was out in front! The Panthers cash it! Put out in front. Bennett in the slot, scores! Sam Bennett!
4 consecutive games for Sam Bennett.
Close to Raiden, has Bennett in front! Score! Out of the box and into the net! Sam Bennett!
We're highlighting Sam Reinhart and Sam Bennett, who will both be representing the Florida Panthers for Team Canada in the upcoming Four Nations tournament in February. It's no surprise that the Canadian roster is stacked. Who would you most want to lace up the skates with on that roster? We rejoin our conversation with number 9, and he answers that very question.
Team Canada's roster is just stacked with so much talent, of course. Is there one player in particular that's not on the Panthers that you're really excited about playing with?
There's a couple for sure. I mean, right away, Sidney Crosby, he's like my biggest idol ever. And whenever I think about Hockey Canada, I think about him scoring the golden goal against the US. So to play with him and have him be the captain is something that I never thought I would get to do. So that'll be really cool. Also getting a chance to play with Connor McDavid again. We were childhood buddies. We played together on the same line for probably 8 years growing up, so it'll be awesome to play with him again and share that experience with him.
What was it like facing him during the Stanley Cup final?
It was different. I mean, when you're in that big of a moment, everything else goes away. You forget about past relationships, friendships. I mean, they're all still there, but you have one goal in mind, and that's winning. So, yeah, it's definitely a little different. But now to get the chance to be on his team again and be friends and share a cool experience, it's something I'm really looking forward to.
Do you feel like there's an added pressure being on Team Canada and representing Canada in this tournament?
I think anytime you play for Team Canada, there's maybe a little added expectation and pressure, but that just comes with it. Canada loves hockey, and hockey is a really important part of Canada's culture, so it's just something that you got to embrace, and it's the highest honor to represent your country, so I'm going to embrace all that pressure and just enjoy it.
What do you expect the brand of hockey to look like in the tournament?
I expect it to be pretty intense. I expect it to be like playoff hockey. I mean, I don't think we're going out there to have a fun, friendly tournament. I think we're going there with one goal, and that's to win. So it's going to be difficult going up against teammates that I respect and care about, but my only goal there is to go there and win the tournament, so whatever it takes.
Speaking of going up against your teammates, I did hear there's been some trash talking amongst you all. Can you share what that may look like? What's going on there?
Yeah, it hasn't been too bad yet. I think it's there's just a couple friendly chirps here and there, but a couple joking chirps of "I'm gonna run you" or "keep your head up." But it's all in fun, in good spirit and good fun right now.
Awesome. Well, Sam, thanks so much for the time, and we're looking forward to watching you.
Thanks, Katie.
Time for our last break here on Primetime Panthers. Coming up next, we relive the thrilling shootout win against Sidney Crosby and the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Trying to earn the Panthers the extra point. Lundell on Jari. Let's go home, baby! Lundell ends it, and the Cats win it.
Chicken coops and rubber boots.
Don't go anywhere. Primetime Panthers will be right back. Welcome back to Primetime Panthers. It's no surprise that both Sam Bennett and Sam Reinhart are looking forward to playing with Sidney Crosby for Team Canada in the upcoming Four Nations tournament. Before they donned the red maple leaf, however, Crosby and the Pittsburgh Penguins paid a visit to Amerant Bank Arena for an Eastern Conference showdown.
Whenever the Panthers take on the Pittsburgh Penguins, it's a clash of titans in the middle. The two captains, and now both Stanley Cup champions, Alexander Barkov and Sidney Crosby, going head-to-head. Reinhart for Barkov. Now it's Forsling shooting, score! Gustav Forsling snaps it home!
Barkov, the Forsling, there's the shot. Reinhart, let's see if he touches it. I don't think so. And you give the Panthers that time and space, and they'll pick you apart.
O'Connor, good hit by Greer. Crosby pulls it back to get the Penguins' fourth power play of the game started. In front score, Sidney Crosby has tied the game.
There's the no-look pass and the one-timer off the post.
Here's Bennett up to the point. Adam Boquist moves in, sets up for Hagee. There's the shot, score! Ka-chuck, ka-ching! Tipped home and the Panthers have the lead.
They finally get full control. Boquist. Watch Kachuk out in front of the net. And it goes off his stick, off his body. And he knows it. He's got the go-ahead goal.
Penguins snapping it around. It's Rust again. In front, deflected puck. Knight is down. And he's got it.
Oh, what a defensive play there.
Crosby up high with 45 to go. Here's Malkin. Looking. Forsling blocking the centering pass. Now it's in front and they score. Raquel. And the game is tied. And we're going to go to overtime. Second time in as many meetings between these two teams. Carlson with Raquel. Carlson in front. Raquel robbed by Knight. For Joseph. Kachuk with the steal. Kachuk looking in front for Bennett.
Oh.
Saved by Jari. Final seconds. Backhander in front is blocked. And we will go to a shootout. Round number 2 of the shootout. Yes, Sam Reinhart fires it home. Well, not his first rodeo. The 117th shootout attempt in Sidney Crosby's 20-year career against 23-year-old Spencer Knight. Crosby, Knight is right there! Oh, big Spence! Anton Lundell's been good in his career. Trying to earn the Panthers the extra point. Lundell on Jari. Let's go, baby! Lundell ends it, and the Cats win it.
Chicken coops and rubber boots.
And how about Spencer Knight?
That does it for this week's episode of Primetime Panthers. Make sure to tune in next week where we will highlight Team USA and General Manager Bill Zito. We'll see you next week right here on Script Sports.
Primetime Panthers has been presented by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys.